Welcome to Recovering Addict. I'm LT and I'm a recovering addict.
I'm Fleece, married to a recovering addict, but also, I guess, a recovering addict. Recovering co-addict
Yeah.
of sorts.
Sugar?
Sugar addict.
She's addicted to sugar. Addicted to sucralose.
Yeah,
It's in
diet
everything.
sugar.
Yeah.
Isn't everything. I'm finding that out.
Happy second Sunday of December, right? Or first Sunday. Is this the first Sunday of December?
First Sunday. It's only like the 5th.
Oh, man. Welcome, y'all. So glad to be here. And if you have the Sunday night blues because the grind starts again tomorrow and tomorrow's Monday, let's forget about that for an hour. Tonight, we're going to read through some of Sobriety-Based Denial in our book, Staying Sober by Terrence Gorski. We're also going to look at 7 fun tips for making New Year's resolution and keeping them. Our goal this month and our theme and topic for the month of December is making new goals, setting ourselves up for success for next year. Because 2022 is right around the corner. We got Christmas, New Year's, boom, another year. We're almost 2 years past the crazy 2020. Has recovery been going the way that you want it to? Is it better? Is it good? Is it worse? What is it? How's your life going? Let's evaluate all that kind of stuff. And then we have a new somebody that's going to pop in and give us like a quote of the day. Y'all remember when Cassie was able to come every Sunday night and give us a quote of the day? Cassie is unfortunately busy with other stuff in her life, which is good for her. Not so good for us because we loved having her on here. But we have somebody else that can bring just as much spirit, fire, and love to the channel. And some of you know her, and some of you will recognize her, and some of you tonight will be the first night to meet her.
You'll get to know her.
We will check out the Discord. I think there's a couple of questions in the Discord.
It's not the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. No, John.
It could be.
That would be crazy.
I love Donnie. Give me some Donnie.
Is that Backstreet Boys?
I don't know, but if it's Donnie, I love him.
Like
Donnie Wahlberg.
Donnie Osmond?
No, Donnie Wahlberg. I love Donnie.
He's all Donnie and Marie.
Donnie Wahlberg. Another thing also, y'all, we have new t-shirts in stock. These ones right here. Hats are on their way. And we have hoodies with the new logo. It has awesome stuff on the back. Maybe Zion will go put one on and come down and model it for us.
Oh, yeah, do it.
The new black Recovering Addict hoodies so everybody can see.
The pullover one. They're up upstairs in the box.
So yeah, tonight, let's talk about 7 steps for making New Year's resolutions and keeping them. One thing I want you to keep in mind is what's one habit you most want to change? What is one habit that you most want to change right now? You look back over 2022 or 2021 and you think, there's one habit I just can't kick. Some people, I know in the Discord, are trying to switch from cigarettes to vape. There's even a little channel to talk about it. Some people want to quit smoking. Some people want to stop eating. Some people want to wake up early.
And I'm never going to eat again.
Yeah, well, that kind of stuff. So think about it. What is one habit you most want to change?
Mine, as you can see, is not drinking diet sugar. I've got my ice water. And
Diet Sprite right here all day.
Pretty good.
All day on the Diet Sprite. All right, I'm going to shut up for a minute. Let's Fleece say what's up to everybody.
What is up, my dudes? Let's see. Let me start at the top. Jimbo. There I am. Hello, my beautiful family of recovering addicts. You're the only thing prettier than a hillbilly sunrise.
That's
true. That's true.
I love it.
Amanda Cook. Lack of self-love. Hello, family.
That's a good one. Lack of self-love is a bad habit that would definitely need to be changed. Definitely needs to be changed.
Let's send out some prayers for Mr. Teeter or in Asia. We learned today that a friend of ours died. Kidney and liver failure from drinking. That's sad.
Let's pray real quick. Our God, please bless Michael and Andrew as their hearts hurt, as they see the reality of what this alcohol and addiction can do to us. You know, we don't care when we're in that addiction, dear God. And I ask that you please grant us eyes that'll open and see the dangers of it as they are witnessing. And I just ask that you comfort their hearts and let them know you. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Beautiful. And Sky Lover thinking I can control it. Oh, yeah. You asked a question. What's the one habit you most want to change?
Yep.
So, yeah, that makes sense now. Thinking I can control it. Teeter said, keep on his head up.
Here's the hoodie, y'all.
Oh, hold on.
It says, turn around. So we got RA with addiction
recovery ribbon.
addiction recovery ribbon, and then it says "We recover better together" down that side, and then it's got our matching logos. Boom.
Boom, new logo.
The right logo.
Yep.
Those hoodies are on, not on the website. So if you want one, just reach out. Let us know.
Yeah, Messenger or whatever. We'll hook you up. Figure it out.
Figure it out.
Goal is to get them on tomorrow. Alcohol is not for play. It's not. Lots of links I dropped right there.
So deceiving. So deceptive.
If you need a link. Ooh, good evening, everyone. Marilyn's lovely to see you. What's
Oh,
up,
hey, Marilyn.
Jess? Hey, everyone. Enoch, welcome.
Hey, changed his name. Isn't that Bob?
Sure. Multitasking, watching this and Broncos game, getting my mind off things.
Well, watching the Broncos lose is always awesome.
John says we have people in this family from all over the world. You have followed the sun support and love rooting you all the way. We truly recover better together.
Amen to that.
Yep. And I dropped that Discord link above. So just scroll to the top of the comments. It's in there somewhere. Ditching the drink. Hello.
Nice to see you.
That's
cool. Ditching the drink.
What's up, PD? Oh, yeah.
PD! What's up, brother?
Aisha. Hello. WW winning.
Love it.
That's awesome.
Winning. Evening all.
Cherie. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Very cool.
Much.
We got 5.
What is that little sign?
Of those foreign monies things.
Is that a pound? Or I don't know what that is. That's how uneducated this guy is right here. Right?
Stupid Americans.
Stupid Americans.
Thank you, PD, for the share squad. If you're on Facebook, where we're at, share us out.
Heck
Don't know
yeah.
who needs to hear this today. Nicole, we thank you for everything you do in the community.
Yes.
Nicole is very awesome, as is Brad. And thank you that you are friends with Brad.
Yo, Brad. What's up, brother?
What's up, Jeanette?
Jeanette in the house.
Ooh, 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 ooh. And we got Tracy. Good evening, tribe. Well, hello. We got Matthew Crabtree.
What's up, Matt? How
Did
doing,
you
brother?
get your package?
Did you get your package, Matt? Let us know. If not, let us know.
Crystal in house. Happy birthday, Crystal.
Happy
Everybody does Crystal's
birthday
birthday today.
to
She is number sign years old.
She's got to be at least 25. 25 this year. for
Probably.
sure.
Ooh, I need. Yes, you do.
Pretty sick.
It's a pretty nice hoodie.
It's comfortable.
They're heavy. They're wider around the waist. Not as tight as the last one.
Yeah, that last batch was tight, man. It was like, man.
It was like all baggy here and then whoo.
I liked it, though.
Yeah. It's nice if you don't have a pudgy belly.
Yeah.
One large, please.
Crystal?
Text me. Laurie. Fun fact, we met Laurie for the first time in person
Oh, yeah.
on
Thursday.
It was very nice to meet you.
Very cool to meet you, Laurie.
Tracy Wolf is here.
Tracy.
Enoch said he ordered the Staying Sober. Very cool.
Oh,
Or
sweet.
She.
Good. Yeah, I think it's a different one.
Ingrid. Welcome, Ingrid. I feel like it's been a minute.
Has possibly been a minute. Are you
Ingy.
keen?
Yes, 25, she says. Lots of happy birthdays.
So are you keen to reinvent yourself this year? Talking about December, we're talking about goals, we're talking about 2022's right around the corner. What are you going to do, right? So are you keen to reinvent yourself this year, or at least use the new year as a long overdue excuse to get rid of bad habits or pick up new ones? We definitely need to get rid of one and pick up a new one at the least, right? One for one. Switch them out. Swap them out. It's that time of year again. It's that time of year when we feel as if we have to turn a new leaf. Just kind of seems, like January 1st, it's the start of a new year. That's the time we do this kind of stuff, but you don't have to do it exactly on January 1st. It's already a busy time of year. You already got Christmas, and you may be stressed out from family and buying your kids presents and the whole mess that it makes, and just trying to, do the whole traditional Christmas thing, and everything's just, try maybe the second week of January to drop this goal, You don't have to do it right in the middle of party and vacation season. It's okay. So don't set yourself up for failure this year by vowing to make huge changes either. Okay. We're not going to look at huge ones. Just make small ones. One little small one, right? So the first thing we're going to look at and I got it on banners just to make it easy.
Ooh, cool.
Number 1, just pick one thing, okay? One thing to change this year. Think about that one thing you want to change and change just that. It says if you want to change your life or your lifestyle, don't try to change the whole thing all at once. Don't try to say, okay, I'm going to reinvent my whole life. So I'm going to change my whole life and everything in it all at the same time. Just pick one thing. It won't work. Instead, pick one area of your life to change to begin with. Make it something concrete so you know exactly what change you are planning to make. If you're successful with the first change, you can go ahead and make another change after a month or so. Baby steps, less stressful steps, easy steps for us addicts. And us addicts want instant gratification. We want to change. I'm going to stop smoking today and tomorrow I'll be able to run 10 miles. It don't work like that. We got to do a little bit at a time, rewiring our brain, rewiring our body's chemistry, basically, because now we just watched this thing on the way body stores fat.
Crazy.
It's insane. Like the people from The Biggest Loser lost like hundreds of pounds, but then whoop, they rebounded. They came right back, gained all their weight back. And on top of that, their bodies didn't burn fat and their metabolisms didn't run right after that, because they did it so fast, right? Everything takes time. We got to be patient. So pick one thing, right? By making small changes, one after the other, you still have the chance to be a whole new you at the end of the year. So one at a time,
Yay.
baby steps, just start chipping away at it. Everything I've been doing the last couple of years here in Recovering Addict with the digital community, the local community, switching jobs and trying to figure out how to fund this whole thing, and YouTube, trying to grow on YouTube and all that stuff. It just seems like every day I come in there and I got like a pick and I'm in this mind and I'm just like, oh, look, cool. A little treasure. Oh, cool. A little treasure. And that's what it's been like for the last 2.5 years. And I don't see it changing anytime soon. So there's no reason for me to get impatient with it. So if I continue to dig, continue to chip away at it, just like our goals, we do one at a time. We just start chipping away. And then what do? We look back, right? And we see how far we've come. Right? Anything?
I want to go back to Jeanette for a second. Wow, thanks for saying I have a pudgy belly, Fleece. Just like a sister to poke fun. But I want to shout out Jeanette because she has been making small changes and she's been on a roll, going to the gym while repping the t-shirt, which is cool. Very proud of you. And I was talking about my pudgy belly.
Yep, that's that. So just pick one thing. Don't pick a New Year's resolution that is bound to fail either. Like running a marathon if you're 40 pounds overweight.
Keep it simple.
And you get out of breath just walking up the stairs. If that's the case, resolve to walk every day. Okay, I want to run a marathon. Obviously, I can't do that January 3rd, right? But what I can do January 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th is go on a walk every day, right? And when you've got that habit down, when you got it down pat, you can graduate to running short bursts, okay? So say it's like the last week of January. You've gone on your walk 5 days a week. Say you do it just Monday through Friday. And now it's the last week of January. So you go on a walk and then you sprint for 15 seconds. And then you walk some more, and then you sprint for 15 seconds, and so on and so forth, right? Until you're at a constant running pace by March or April. And then at the end of the year, boom, marathon, right? So what's the one habit you most want to change?
Ditch the drinking, wants to stop eating.
Period.
All of the eating. Never going to eat again.
I'm done eating. Link says we die every second, and then every time we take a breath, it restarts the clock. What is that saying?
Yeah, you got a cool saying.
Go ahead.
Come back to me.
Come back to him. He'll be back.
Cole says, I'd like to get my whole life in order.
That was it.
Oh, hold on. Go.
You have 20 seconds to live. Wait, no, you have a minute to live, but each time you take a breath, it restarts the timer.
Ooh, you have 1 minute to live, but every time you breathe, it restarts the timer. I like that one.
Nicole says, want to change my whole life in order. But to start, I'm going to make a big list of things to do I'd like to be doing daily and make sure I do one a day.
Beautiful. And that's how it's done right there. That's how it's done. I love it.
Sober says, I write lists every day, but I also enjoy the moment.
Yes.
Try to at least. Try to.
Yeah.
John's
I'm
got a
right
very
there with
good
you, brother.
list. John, he's a good example.
Yeah.
We talk about numbers on the board. 1,023 days tracking, down 310 pounds. Next 4 years are formative with respect to the last 3. And he did make a point, too, that the body conforms to the shape it's used to. Drop it too fast and maintenance becomes exceptionally important.
Oh, yeah.
It does. We learned that. Your body becomes comfortable at a certain weight and it wants to stay there. It's
Yep.
crazy.
All right. The next number 2 on our list is plan ahead. To ensure success, do some research, right? Research out the thing that you're trying to make, the change that you're trying to make, and plan ahead so you have the resources available when you need them. So here's a few things you should do to prepare and get all the systems in place ready to make your change. What were you going to laugh at?
I was laughing at Sober Singer. Link just shattered my entire universe.
I know, right? What the heck? That's a trippy one. Yeah. So what do you want to change? Research it. Read up on it. Go to the library. Get some books on the subject. The library, right? With the internet. Whether it's quitting smoking, taking up running or yoga, or becoming a vegan, there are books to help you prepare for it. Or just use the internet, right? If you do enough research, you should even be looking forward to making these changes. So plan for success. Get everything ready so things will run smoothly. If you're taking up running, what should you do? Do some research on how to run, how far you should run, when the good time of the day to run is, right? Make sure you have training clothes, something comfortable, some clothes, a hat, glasses. Make sure your phone's got the right Pandora list going on, right?
Get your Walkman ready.
You get your Walkman ready with some energetic booming.
With the books.
Yeah.
I wish you knew that.
And if you set yourself up like that
Nice,
to be
thank you.
comfortable in what you're going to do, it'll be that much easier. Like Felice and I we're really into mountain biking, and we do it on a budget. And we got a couple of older mountain bikes, but we made them comfortable with the right soft seats and, the right shifters and all that kind of stuff. So now we go tool around, and we're not miserable doing it. We're having fun, and our heart rate's up in 150s, and there's no excuse for us to not get on the hill now with the equipment we've got on a budget. And you can do everything on a budget, right?
Huh?
I think they need a joke.
Let's hear it.
All right. How do you get a country girl's attention? A tractor.
How do you get a country girl's attention? Jimbo, how do you get a country girl's attention? Linky says, a tractor. Number 3, anticipate problems. There will be problems, so make a list of what they can be. So, for instance, right back to Felice and I's mountain biking example. What can happen on a trail? Your chain can fall off. Your tire can go flat. And guess what? I got a little toolbox. I got a couple little Allen wrenches in there. I got a little a patch set with glue and
We should put Band-Aids.
and stuff like that, right? I got my tires full of sealant. I got an extra tube in case there's any problems. We're planning ahead. So if we're up on the mountain, it's not going to be that big of a, we're not going to be walking a mile and a half back to the truck and then go home, that kind of stuff. So if you think about it, you will be able to anticipate problems at certain times of the day with specific people or special situations. Once you've identified the times that will probably be hard to work out ways to cope with them when they inevitably crop up. So once you figure it out, you're going to be able to deal with them when they pop up, whatever it may be. Pick a start date. Number 4, you don't have to make these changes on New Year's Day. That's what we were talking about a little bit earlier. That's the conventional wisdom. But if you truly want to make changes, then pick a day when you know you will be rested, enthusiastic, and surrounded by positive people. I'll be waiting until my kids go back to school in February, this person in this article says, setting themselves up for success. Sometimes picking a date doesn't work. It's better to wait until your whole mind and body are fully ready to take on the challenge, and you'll know when the time's right. So be smart about it. Basically, be smart about the goals you set, anticipate problems, pick a date, be prepared, do your research, understand what you're about to get into, and just don't, jump into it. Sometimes it is good to jump into things, though. Number 5, just go for it. On the big day, go for it at 100%, right? Make a commitment, write it down on a card. You just need one short phrase you can carry in your wallet or keep it in your car, by your bed, on your bathroom mirror, tattoo it on your left arm, whatever, right? For an extra dose of positive reinforcement. Your commitment card may say something like, I enjoy clean, smoke-free life. Or your card could say, I stay calm and in control even under times of stress. All of a sudden you start freaking out. You look at that card, a little reminder, go back to your goal and press on. Or I'm committing to learning how to run my own business. I'm committed. You make yourself a commitment, write it down and sign it.
I'm going to tattoo
Commit
that one
to
on
yourself.
my forearm.
I'm learning how to run a business.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. Or I meditate daily. That could be another one.
I'll get stay committed tattooed on my arm.
Steak and eggs?
Stay committed.
Oh, stay committed. That's not what I heard.
Steak and eggs.
Number 6, accept failure. It's okay to fail. If you do fail, you end up sneaking a cigarette, or you miss one of your walks, or you shout at your kids in the morning. You don't have to beat yourself up. You don't have to hate yourself for it. Make a note of the triggers. Like, why did I do that? What caused that little setback in my goal? And then commit to learning a lesson from it. If you know that staying up late eating chocolate and watching Netflix, right, causes you to crave cigarettes and oversleep the next day, you probably should cut back on that. If you know the morning rush before school makes you shout, then get up a little bit earlier and prepare things the night before to make it easier on you, right? Perseverance is the key to success. Try again, keep trying, and you will succeed. If you fail, don't beat yourself up. Keep going. It's the same way with anything we're doing in our recovery programs, right? If you fail, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and continue to go. Number 7, plan rewards. Small rewards are great. Encouragement to keep you going during the hardest first days. The first month's going to be hard. What does it take? 14 to 30 days to set a habit?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to force yourself to do that.
Yeah, rewiring your brain. Literally.
Rewire. So say after 30 days of me continually going on a walk 5 days a week, I'm going to reward myself. Whatever you think that may be.
Flavored ice water.
Yeah, go to the movies or something, right? Whatever, like, I'm going to reward myself by going to the movies or taking my family out or something, right? Later, you can change the rewards to monthly, and at the end of the year, you can pick an anniversary reward, just like we do with our sobriety, right? We go 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and then it starts getting spaced out till we get to the years, and then we just start celebrating the year anniversaries of our sobriety date. And the same way with your goals. That's why we reward ourselves soon in sobriety with key tags and, our
positive reinforcement.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Coins.
So do that to yourself as you start to make these small changes in life. Whatever your plans and your goals are for this year, this person says, I do wish you luck with them. But remember, it's your life. And you make your own luck. It's up to you. I love it. I'm going to drop the link to this article in the chat so that if you all decide you want to look it up later, you can. Anything we need to address?
Like John says, it's how you finish. Are you going to nail a certain AMREP, as many reps as possible, the first time you do it? No. But you'll go back and try it again, and you'll end up doing more rounds.
Yep. 100%. That's why you keep track, and that's why you do that kind of stuff.
What's up, Tinger?
Tinger!
Sobriety from booze feels good.
Amen to that, brother.
Yes. You did have a question in here. I think we've had this question a few times, and I usually don't like our answer. What about relationships in early recovery?
Jonathan Green.
He's new. He says, I'm in long-term program.
All right,
It's nice
Jonathan.
to see you, Jonathan.
I've been in recovery for a little over 2 years now. And my view on relationship, now you got to understand, I'm out on the outside looking at it. I've been married for 15 years. And so I never really had that, I'm single in recovery and it's not good for people to be alone. And I understand connection and relationships and a helping partner, but the way that I look at it is look at where you're at in your life. Is your house under control, right? What is Jordan Peterson's 6 rules, 12 rules? Hold on.
Ooh, rules. I like it.
Jordan Peterson has 12 rules for life. And one of them kind of stands out to me when I think about relationships. It's rule number 6. It says, set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. And that rule number 6 is kind of like setting your house in certain order. What it's going to take you to get your house in perfect order. Obviously, our houses are never in perfect order. And the idea behind that is don't ever criticize the world. But what does your house look like? What does your job, how well are you able to take care of yourself? And if you're not in a really great position to take care of yourself, you're not really in a position to take care of somebody else. But along the way of growing and learning how to do all these things, getting your finances under control, a good job, a good reputation, your trustworthiness, because we wreck relationships in recovery big time. And as you're doing that, you're growing. And I would suggest waiting. I mean, the standard is 1 year. Don't get into a relationship with 1 year. That's what's been taught in AA forever. Wait a year. But I say wait until you grow. And then by the time you are like ready for a relationship, you're going to find somebody else that is as matured as you are. And that relationship's going to be that much more healthy if you can put it off. You know what I mean? So, but it's up to you. It's your life. And I would suggest waiting, growing, working on yourself, taking care of yourself so that you have the energy and the ability to take care of somebody else.
Yeah, I like that. I agree. Update on our new friend Tinger. I ended up with alcoholic pancreatitis and told myself this is enough. I'm done for good. That's awesome.
Good, Tinger. I mean, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired too. It sucks, man. My doctor told me, you want to watch your kids grow up? He's like, you keep drinking the way you do, in 10 years, you're dead. And that like kind of shocked me. I'm like, whoa. And I was feeling the effects of it. You know, my liver count. My doctor asked me, he's like, how much do you drink? And I was like, ooh. And I lied. I only told him about half of what I really drank. He dropped his mouse and he's like, look at these numbers. I know how much you drink. Basically called me out. You're a liar.
Yeah, back to the dating. Heard a year, but I like how Jeanette kind of clarified. The idea is the first year you should be working on yourself.
Yes.
Not just holding out to date.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got time. I got 3 weeks and I can date.
And a lot of people are like, oh, the sexual frustration. That's just us addicts want instant gratification and pleasure now. Well, you know, it's that whole putting off. What pleasure can you put off for a better reward later? You know, can you put off instant gratification? Oh,
our biggest fan is calling.
Little niece was calling her.
My little niece is our biggest fan. She's the cutest.
Should have answered it. She would have loved it. If she calls back, we'll answer it. So yeah, that's my view. I don't know. I always thought like if Felice dies or we get divorced for whatever reason, I poisoned her coffee in the mornings.
Yeah, I'll never get divorced. So he's gonna have to kill me.
I would wait.
Lifer.
I would be chasing a partner that was so far out of my league, it would probably never happen, you know, because that's what I got right now.
I was like, am I not in your league?
There's just no way I could ever replace this.
Okay.
Right? Help me out here, Licky.
He's like, oh, she's dead? Sweet. Got a girlfriend.
Yo, what's up, girl? Nicole says,
it's seriously difficult to do it alone. No support, companionship, or comfort. I thought it would help so much, but my selfish addict ego kept messing everything up. That's
yeah,
what it does.
I mean, that's another way to look at it too. Look at all the emotional stress you're already going through with, you know, whatever. And I'm just assuming this because it's what I went through, right? You got your horrible reputation at work. You may be on paper and have a felony. You may, you know, be dealing with the court systems. Your family's upset with you. You just have this emotional stress. And then to try to get into a relationship where you have to manage two imperfect people trying to learn to live coherently together. And you have to, you know, we get in fights. We have to learn how to compromise. And, you know, I don't want to be like the winner of an argument. And even though, you know, I won, now we have to live together and I've defeated her. And it's just, you know, it's this whole compromise thing and this whole stress. And there's just no reason to put yourself into a stressful situation when you're having a hard time understanding emotions already, because now that you quit drinking, your emotions are going to be or using or whatever. Right.
Mm-hmm.
LT gets the couch tonight, says Teeter.
Oh, look, he said, what a save.
What a save. Oh, jeez. All right.
Thanks, John. John
Lordy.
said Fleece is a first ballot Hall of Famer, my friend.
Amen. My face red? Am I sweating?
Let's go back to the subject here. There's so many emotions in early sobriety. You're not lying.
He says, I would just start crying for no reason. Yeah. I mean, if you can't hardly manage that, let's hold off on before you start puking this stuff all over somebody else.
I'm 22 months, but I still don't feel comfortable with the idea of dating.
All right. So check this out, y'all. We're talking
thanks,
about
LP.
goals. We're talking about setting ourselves up for
Yas,
success.
queen.
And just like I promised, we are going to
Ooh,
bring
yes.
somebody on the show.
I know who it is.
I know who it is too.
I know who it is.
Yeah. We know her. Like we hang out with her like almost
She's
every
my
day.
best friend.
We're going to bring her on and she's going to show us stuff that she does with her recovery and how she gets through her goals and stuff. What's up, Tracy?
Hi, blessings to my recovery tribe and to the recovery world out there. So I just wanted to drop in and give you some little tidbits. Since I've been in recovery, I have been really successful with my goals. When I was lost in my addiction, every New Year's, I would set New Year's goals and within a few months fail miserably. And I would go throughout the year and, I want to do this, I want to do that. And I would never get an action plan. And they were just things I put out there that I wanted to do, but I didn't follow through. And I've been really blessed by using what I've learned in recovery to put with my goals and to succeed. So, for example, I suffer from an eating disorder. I'm either anorexic, bulimic, or I was binge eating for years and years and years. And so when I got into recovery, after I got really stable in my recovery, I was getting close to my 50th birthday. And I decided, I wanted to lose all this weight, but I wanted to do it in a healthy way without bad behaviors. So I took the 12 steps that I had processed and learned and dug into and applied it to my eating. And so what I wanted to talk about tonight is when you're setting a goal, don't just have like a number or a thing that you want. What are your intentions behind it? What are your emotions and feelings?
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Sorry, that says Siri.
Siri, shut up.
No. So like I did I want to lose like 100 pounds because I needed to lose like 100 pounds, but instead I wanted to get healthy. I didn't want to feel tired all the time. My health was failing. I was getting kidney stones and my blood pressure was really high. I had a really fatty liver. And I was just miserable. So I decided to okay, I want to be able to look in the mirror and be comfortable in my own skin. I wanted to be able to go for a hike up these beautiful mountains that I live by and not be able to feel like I was going to have an asthma attack and couldn't breathe. So I really started thinking about how I wanted to feel and how I was going to go about doing that. So I started by journaling what it would look like at the perfect when I got to that goal. And I started using meditation and visualizing myself when I was at that goal. And then I would set an action plan, small steps, one at a time, of how I was going to reach that goal. So the first year I gave up processed foods. And then the next year I gave up sugar. And then I heard about this 75 hard challenge, and I found that challenging myself made me successful in my goals. So I actually completed the 75 hard challenge, and it was probably one of the hardest things I ever did, but it gave me sorry, my baby wants to be on the show. It gave me
Grr.
I thought it was the other one.
Grr.
gave me discipline and things that I hadn't had before in it. So one thing I do every year is I always do this around my birthday, and I call it desire mapping because I put my emotions and intentions into my goals. And then I make a vision board. And this is my 5th vision board that I made. And everything I put on my vision board, like how I want to feel, I want to feel loved. I want to be healthy. I love tacos. Tacos are my very favorite thing. So I had a taco night, but I found a healthy way to eat tacos, and so I still indulged in my tacos, but in a healthy way. And I kept that in my hallway, and I look at it every single day. And, you know, over the last 5 years, I've done this, and every single thing I've put on my vision board has come true. And I believe a lot of that has to do with prayer, with having positive, manifesting positively, and holding myself accountable and getting people in my corner to help me do it with me. And it's really powerful. It's changed my life. You know, recovery is about all areas of our life, and that's just one of the examples of one of the areas that I have succeeded in. And you know, I've never felt better. My life today is beautiful. I got to the point I was getting burnt out on my routine and everything. And during COVID, I started doing like YouTube yoga and things because I couldn't get out. And that's when I actually found Recovering Addict, and it saved my life. These meetings that were going live every night, I could pop in, and it just got me through, you know. So sometimes you got to change up things in your goals. And if I messed up, I didn't fail. I fell forward, and I looked at, okay, why did I do what I did, and how did it not come about? And I came up with a new action plan, and it's been a lot of success, and I love my life today. And you can do this in every area. You know, even like, oh, I want a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. I've heard people say things like that. Well, why? How is it gonna make you feel if you get a Lamborghini or a Ferrari? Are you gonna feel powerful? Is it gonna be the thrill? So find things that can make you feel powerful, make you feel successful, give you a thrill, and then start coming up with an action plan. And I'll tell you what, my dad always wanted a Corvette all his life, and he drives a really beautiful one now. There is anything and everything that you can want if you have the right intention and you put it in your higher power's hand. It can happen, and I'm living proof of that today. So I love you guys. I'm so glad to be able
Alicia
to be a part
says,
of the show.
Alicia
Hi,
says,
Liz.
an amazing woman. Jeanette loves your
Uh,
background. She says your background's beautiful.
Thank
Your
you.
decoration. Jeanette also
Aw,
says we only fail if we don't learn from it.
that's right. There is no failure unless you just quit. And that is one of the words I took out of my vocabulary. I do not quit today. I never quit before the miracle happens, because my life is abundancy of miracles.
You only
Yeah.
fail.
Go ahead, Linky.
You only fail when you stop trying.
That's right, Linky. Absolutely.
So,
We're both living proof that, you know, you can survive when the doctors say you're not going to live. Well, here I am, and here is Linky. And, you know, you never give up. You just don't give up. There's power in prayer, and there's power in, you know, thinking positive and doing the next right thing.
Amen.
Ditching the Drink says it's weird to feel overwhelmed by how well things are going. That was kind of what we
Is it
talked
weird?
about in our meeting. You know, what was it, Tuesday or Monday or something? We talked about that we have impending doom written over our head, and that impending doom causes stress, and then we sabotage ourselves. There's no reason that if things are going good, it's just going to completely fall apart. Obviously, bad things happen, but there's no reason to feel like that. So try to shake that thought. What do you think, Trace?
You know, that's one of the things. I never felt worthy to have the life that I had today. I used to beat myself up really, really bad. I tried to break up with my husband 3 times before we got married, because I seen him here. He had all these years in recovery and was like living the dream. And here I was, this hot mess that couldn't get clean and sober for very long. And my daughter gave me the most powerful thing that I use on a regular basis is, if you don't think you're worth it, then step up and do what you need to do to be worth it. There's nothing you can't do to make yourself not worth it. And forgiving yourself is a big key in that, you know, learning to self-love and self-care, and do it.
Do the thing.
Amen to that. Do you want to stick around and help us answer some questions from the Discord, or do you got to go?
Sure.
Okay. Well, we got to do the cool intro if we're going to do that. So right now, this is what time it is. All right. The first Discord question of the day is from Jim Hartley.
Jimbo.
Jimbo. We love Jimbo, who likes to eat the shrimpo.
Do you, Jim?
Do you, Jim?
Do you like shrimp?
I'll bet he loves shrimp. I see Jim being the guy that like has this big thing boiling and he just dumps it on the table.
Oh, like a shrimp boil?
Shrimp boil stuff, yeah.
Ah, yum.
His question is, should our alcoholism be considered a character flaw / defect, or is it a sickness that we have? He says, I think the answer is important as to how we should go about treating it. I'll give my thought, I'll let Fleece go, and then Tracy can go. Is it a character flaw? Yeah. So it's a solution to a problem we have, right? We always talk about our addiction, whatever drug we're using as the solution, covering up the problem, right? We can't handle a social situation and need alcohol to be our big self, 9 foot tall and bulletproof in it. Or we have trauma, or we have sadness, or we like to party and just that's the only way we can cope with situations. So a character defect and a flaw, yeah, we have to learn how to cope in different ways and handle situations differently. Is it a sickness that we have? I believe we have a tendency based on how we're raised, in the environment that we're raised in. Maybe the parents, and if alcoholism is in their bloodline, will make it easier for me to become an alcoholic. But I don't believe it's a disease until after the abuse and addiction is really kicked in, because that's when the brain damage, the wiring of the brain happens. And then it becomes kind of it's like a disease of choice. And so that's what I think. And so after the fact of addiction, you've ruined your life, you've hit rock bottom, you need to treat it as a sickness, and you need a prescription. And what is the prescription? The 12 steps, recovery, connection, doing things to change your life daily. What can I do today that's going to set myself up better tomorrow? And then when I think about tomorrow and I'm there, what did I do yesterday that I can not do that's going to improve today? And you continue just to take baby steps and improve your life. So it's definitely needs to be treated as a sickness, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a sickness there. But yeah, all comes back down to those underlying of why, because like you have alcoholism, you have people that do opiates, you have people that are addicted to sugar. Like there's a many different types of addictions that all cause a certain type of sickness. Like sugar causes obesity, which will end up killing you. Opiates cause all kinds of crazy stuff. So definitely goes into those underlying conditions of why you're doing what you're doing. Why are you eating so much? Why are you drinking so much? Is it because it's fun? Because it tastes good? Because it opens up those receptors in your brain? Like it's crazy how the brain works. That's something I want to look more into, is like dopamine, how all that works. Because that's ultimately like what it comes down to. All that stuff just releases dopamine in your brain. And then some brains are more susceptible than others to release more. And it's just mind boggling. So both? I don't know if that answered any questions. That was just my thoughts. Go ahead, Tracy.
Yeah, it's a really good question, but I'm with you, Felice. I think it's both, it's your environment that can grow up in. I believe that if you come from a line like of people that say you're born into addiction, and you come out a baby like that can automatically want more, because it's already been affected in the womb. Trauma, PTSD, trauma caused me a lot of PTSD, and the solution was to numb, and I can be addicted to anything, people, places, things. At one time I had a scrapbooking addiction. I spent over $10,000 in 1 year. I would stay up nights planning out plans of what the layout was going to look at and what colors was I going to use. And I couldn't sleep. And it was just as bad as if I was out using dope, And so we have to find other solutions. We have to be able to identify our character defects and find those assets that are going to counteract those defects. And that's when we start getting success, There's so many treatments out there now when you're going through trauma and different things like that and everything. But I think what we do here as far as working out and getting spiritually, physically, and mentally, we find the stability. We have a solution. And the solution sometimes seems way too simple, but it's actually hard for us alcoholics and addicts to do because we can't wrap our mind around it being so simple. But when you start plugging in and you start being honest and you start doing it, you start having the change. And then the change gets easier and easier. And you start identifying, oh, you know, I got off the drugs, but now I'm using the sugar. Oh, I got off the sugar, but now I'm numbing out to Netflix. And self-awareness and working with a group of people is extremely powerful. And that's why we recover better together.
Amen to that. Awesome.
So what we're really doing is just trying to figure out how to level out our dopamine with coping skills. Like, is that what? That's what my brain just comprehended.
Yeah. You can
Rewire
find
the whole body.
raise your dopamine.
That's so crazy.
Well, awesome,
Anyways.
Tracy. Thank you for the beginning of something new and awesome.
Thank you for letting me be here. I love you guys so much. I love you all out there.
Oh, we
I'll
love
see
you, Tracy.
on Discord. I'll be back.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Awesome. That was cool. Tracy's awesome. She helps us out big time here in our local program. She hangs out with us as a peer support. She works for another company, and she helps us out tremendously. And we love and value everything about Tracy. That is for sure. All right, real quick, because we only got a few minutes left. Staying sober, we are going to talk about denial. Did you know you can be in denial and be sober at the same time? It says, it is very easy to take denial into recovery. Even if you have acknowledged your addiction and you have stopped using, you are used to thinking in a way that supports what you want to believe. You are your best salesman. You're going to talk yourself into anything, right? It is easier to say, everything's all right now, I quit drinking, than it is to admit that you need to carefully follow a recovery program for the rest of your life. Treat it like a sickness. You have to follow a recovery program for the rest of your life. Unfortunately, that's what we've done to ourselves. If you're like me, I look back at my drug use history and I've done all the drugs, right? That's out there. But 3 times over multiple years, first was meth. Completely got deep into meth until I got a felony and did a year in jail. Second time was weed. I smoked it daily. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't go to any functions. Everywhere I went, anything I ever did was first smoke weed, halfway through it, smoke weed. When I'm done, smoke weed for years. And then after that was years of drinking, like daily whiskey, hard, lots and lots and lots of whiskey drink until I had to go to a hospital.
We will check that, Jim. Thank you.
Oh, Jim, thank you very much.
And again,
thank you
you
for your
Paul.
support, everybody.
Love
so appreciate it. Geesh. What's up, Geesh? How you doing, brother?
Quick shout out to Jeffrey Rout's got 5 months today.
Whoa, Jeffrey.
Good job.
I can't see my name.
Yeah.
That's because you're in the private Facebook group. The private Facebook group is going to keep you anonymous if you choose to be. But you can actually click in there and say allow StreamYard to present my name, and then it will. But it's going to honor your anonymity inside there. Tracy says, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Thank you all so much for the love and encouragement. Yeah,
Thank you, Tracy.
That was cool. Way cool. So check this out. There are signs along the way. We're on page 126. There are signs along the way that the relapse process is occurring. There's signs. If it is uncomfortable or threatening to acknowledge these warning signs, it is easy to blank them out of your conscious awareness or to twist them into a more acceptable reality. That will help you be more secure and comfortable now, but it will allow this relapse process to continue and to gather momentum until it is out of control. You start seeing these little signs, your character defects popping up, this addictive thinking, that impending doom feeling, you're feeling overwhelmed with how good things are going. That's kind of a sign that you may be veering off, and you'll start going into denial, and then you're going to self-sabotage. And this, I'm not saying you will, but it's happened. It's happened to me. It's happened. It's very possible. So you need to check yourself, make sure that the symptoms you're recognizing, that you don't push them away in denial, just like we did with our addiction in recovery, and then end up all of a sudden relapsing and going, what the hell happened? Because everything spun out of control. The symptoms of relapse usually develop on a subconscious level because they are out of your conscious awareness. The symptoms are allowed to build and to intensify. You are not consciously aware of them until they are out of control. When your perceptions judgments and behaviors are out of control, you will probably be unable to interrupt the relapse process before it results in an acute relapse episode.
Danger zone. It will be okay, Teeter. Don't cry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, brother. Oh, the Broncos are losing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good. Who are they playing? Because that's my favorite team right now. Whoever the Broncos are playing, that's my favorite team right now. It's probably the New York Knicks, huh?
Probably.
Maybe it's Detroit Red Wings.
Probably those two.
Yeah, it's probably one of those teams. So while relapse is very real, it's a very real possibility for any of us. I don't care how many years you got. You can have 20 years. Relapse is still a possibility for you. And the farther you're sober, the scarier it can be, because when you usually, what happens is you go back, you know, people will bang a shot that they were used to when their tolerance was high and they end up dead. Amy Winehouse drank herself to death. You know, if I went out right now, hit that bottle of whiskey, that phenomenon of craving or whatever takes off, and I'll probably end up finishing a fifth, I'm either going to be completely sick for a couple of days or I could possibly kill myself.
Give yourself alcohol poisoning.
Alcohol poisoning for sure. I guarantee I would give myself alcohol poisoning if I went out to party right now. While relapse is a very real possibility, it can be avoided. It can be avoided. So don't be afraid. Through the process of relapse prevention planning, you can learn ways to manage the sobriety-based symptoms and bring them into your conscious awareness before it is too late. Learn to manage the sobriety-based symptoms, bring these into your conscious awareness before it's too late. It is possible to learn that. That's why we go through our character defects. That's why we're always self-analyzing. At the end of the night, you're doing a step 10. What did I do today that maybe have thrown me off the track? How, you know, and you're always just trying to look at this stuff, and it gets easier and better each day until it just becomes second nature. Your brain gets rewired. You have a new reward system, and life starts flowing even smoother and smoother and smoother as you go. You can learn from the past. As a matter of fact, the past is your best and most effective teacher. We've all heard that before, and it is the truth. It teaches you what works and what doesn't work. So that always makes me think of that one day. So every day I've been trying to, like, one of my goals for myself, and this isn't a New Year's goal, I said it like a couple months ago, is to get up at the same time every day and dive into reading. And take care of my spiritual condition, right? Because my sobriety is contingent. My health and life is contingent on my spiritual condition. And so I get up in the morning at the same time. I try to read and get into devotions and prayer and set my intention for the day before I jump onto Facebook or Instagram or whatever, right? Or go onto the news or turn on the TV and that, whatever. And the other time, this one day, it just didn't work. I did all that. I got into studying, and as soon as I left the house, I was straight into character defects. I was a dry drunk. I was mean to the people around me. And so I had to stop and work the rest of the day on it. And it took me till almost noon till I fixed it, right? So we look at what works and what doesn't work, start eliminating the things that don't work and start building upon the things that do work. Which means you need to be working this and you need to be figuring it out and writing it down and keeping track of things. How are you going to measure something if you don't put a yardstick to it? You know what I mean?
I was just reading. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there's one. Once I asked God to help me with honesty and then removing my fear of everything by surrendering, I gained acceptance and see now how I can't stay clean.
Couldn't stay clean.
Couldn't. So he says, I had a really tough time with denial because I didn't surrender all the way and accept what was going on. Prayer, meditation, watching motivational videos on YouTube, all amazing habits we can start forming.
True that.
I like it. But what if you're just so tired? It's hard to not. So we're pretty busy people, and it's okay to take naps every once in a while, but the more you get into a routine of things, it seems like the less tired you kind of feel, and the healthier your diet gets, the more energy you have. I think you'll start feeling better. Let's see. Oh, I just jumped. I lost my thing.
You're welcome, Kinjom Doji. Hopefully I said that right. Yeah. So after the show, Brad's going to open a late night Zoom, he says. That's his beautiful. That's LT, big man. Thank you, Leslie. And his beautiful wife, Felice. We love them and are so grateful for them. Somebody ask who we are or something.
Josh is new. That's what I was reading. I was learning about Josh.
Oh,
welcome, Josh.
Carr.
I was like,
welcome.
Josh can't see anything. I wonder who he is.
We're glad you're here, Josh, and we wish you the best in your sobriety and hope that we get to know you more and live by our motto with us, and that's we recover better together. We're a community of people who are digitally connected through a Discord. Felice will drop the links to that. Facebook, YouTube, and we get to know each other. We have Zoom meetings. We do recovery stuff and talk. We're looking at having movie nights inside the Zoom, and we're looking at having book studies in the Zoom. Last week, it was only Nicole and Brian, Green-Eyed Cat, and I in the Zoom. And so we listened to a Jordan Peterson speech for like 45 minutes. And then we talked a little bit about it, and it was nice. And so we're looking at doing stuff like that. So we'll have a Zoom meeting. We'll read the Just for Today, discuss. If anybody's got anything they need to get off their heart, we'll be able to sit there and chat about. We're looking at doing, like I said, audible studies where we listen for a half hour and discuss for a half hour. And then once a month or so, however it works out, we're looking at maybe getting a movie night going inside the Discord and into Zoom. So stay connected, jump into the Discord. Everybody stay in touch. And we'll maybe have another window or another channel opened in here that's just like updates of what's going on. So, yeah.
Ooh, snap.
Freddie says, "I'll snap. Y'all be recovering from drug addiction. Yo, that's what's up. Dog, yeah." He said, "They done shot my leg. Dog, for real, back in 93. Done had. Ticketed me a minute to recover from that. For real." Yeah, that would suck getting shot in the damn
who
leg.
shot you in the leg? We need the whole story now.
What's the damn story on that, Freddie?
Did you get addicted?
Yeah, dude, that was cool. We watched that movie on New Year's. It felt like we were really together watching the movie. Well, we were together watching the movie. It was cool. And we're definitely going to do some more of that kind of stuff too. So stay tuned in the Discord. Keep in touch.
Yep, I put that link in there. Click it, join us, because we're cool.
All right, y'all. Brad's going to open a late night Zoom. And so until, whoa, Linky.
What?
My goodness.
What happened?
Almost forgot to pray.
Oh. I didn't know you were closing us up.
All right. Who are we not?
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
Heck yeah. Thank you, JV.
There's that Zoom link.
JV says, we recover better together by staying safe, staying sane, staying strong, and staying sober. You're worth it. Good night, family. I love you. And everybody to make sure to check out John Ventura. The Venture Forward.
Yeah,
his
John's
links
cool.
will be in
We
the
like
Discord
John
as well. Tune into him on Facebook, YouTube, and all the interwebs stuffs. He's got
the
it
webs.
too. So until next Sunday, you all, we will be back. And until then, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your programs, and remember, we recover better together.